just close your eyes and picture that younger version of yourself. It doesn't matter what age. It could be the 18-year-old version of you. It could be the 12-year-old version of you, the 6-year-old version of you. It doesn't matter. Sit down, picture her, and just imagine how she feels. Imagine the look on her face when she meets you. Imagine what she would say to you, what she would want to ask you, what she would think of you.
Welcome to Next Level You podcast. I'm Stephanie Dingbaum, your host, your biggest cheerleader, and your go-to girlfriend for real, raw, and uplifting conversations about leveling up in life. As a mental health therapist with over a decade of experience and a business coach helping women elevate their lives and businesses, I'm here to guide you through the mindset shifts, holistic practices, and manifestation tools you need to step into your most authentic, next level self. Whether you're here to ignite your personal growth, elevate your professional game, or simply rediscover you, this podcast is your invitation to dream bigger, go after your goals, and unapologetically claim the life you deserve. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive in. It's time to up-level, manifest, and glow.
Hey girl, hey, welcome back to Next Level You podcast. Stephanie Dingbaum here. I'm so grateful you're here and you're listening today. I have so much I want to share with you guys. I don't even know where to begin, really. I just feel like ever since February hit, I have been just so motivated. I've been putting new things out on my website. I have merchandise officially for sale on my website. So if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend you go onto the website. It's in the show notes and check out the merchandise that I have for sale. It is truly aligned with my brand, and it's a little thing to some people, but to me, it's such a big deal. And I'm so excited that I finally have that to offer. Besides that, I've had a variety of digital products that I finally put up live on the website as well. And these are products that I actually use as part of my coaching business, Clarity Coaching. But I wanted to make it available to the general public. I mean, you don't have to necessarily work with me to have access to these tools. And I thought, it just made the most sense to offer it to anybody, whether you choose to work with me or not. Though, if you do choose to work with me, you get free access to all of those products. But I'm just excited to be growing the business. It might seem like little ways to you guys, to listeners, but to me, it's like I'm moving the needle forward in a really big way. The next to-do that I hope to put on the website by hopefully March 1st will be an online, like an evergreen course that I'm excited to offer to you guys on the topic of overcoming your limiting beliefs, rewriting your limiting beliefs in your subconscious. And so this is something that I do both in my therapy private practice as well as with coaching clients. And so I'm really excited to have that course up and live, hopefully, ideally by March 1st, but we will see how things go. But yeah, February has just been a really powerful month for me. Like I said, I feel like I've been so motivated. I'm getting a lot of things done. And a really exciting update that I want to share with you guys is that first week in March, I will be going on a business trip. I will be flying out to LA. I will finally get to meet my business coach in person. I'm so freaking excited about this. I have been following Julia Martin since COVID hit, since 2020. And I've worked with her, not directly, like I've been attending just different virtual webinars that she's hosted over the last couple of years. And then I did put her picture on my vision board last year for 2024, and I manifested working with her at the end of 2024. So from October until now, because I was working with her as a part of her Dream Your Biz group coaching program. I know you've heard me talk about that in past episodes. And now I'm working with her one-on-one just to help me continue to move the needle forward in my business. So that has been super exciting. That has really helped me to make big leaps in both businesses and with the podcast. And now I get to meet her in person in March. So she's hosting a retreat for people that have worked with her. And I'm so excited to not just meet her, but to also get to finally meet some of the gals that I went through the Dream Your Biz coaching program alongside, and get to see them in person will be so powerful. I just know that this retreat is going to be it's going to be a high vibe day. We are going to be with each other from literally like 9 that morning till 5 that night. And it is going to be such a vibe. It's going to be a day filled with healing and manifesting. And I'm just so excited to be amongst the energy of these women and Julia. I'm really excited for that. So that's that first week in March is when I'm flying out for that. So we are going to be in LA for that week. My husband's actually flying out with me, so I'm really excited. We're just kind of making a little extended weekend getaway out of the trip. The retreat is on a Friday. And then another fun fact about this trip is I booked a photographer while I'm out there, and I'm going to be doing a whole branding session with this photographer. We're actually staying in Laguna Beach, so I'm really excited about that. The high school version of Stephanie would be so freaking jealous that we're staying in Laguna Beach. I mean, watching Laguna Beach was like my guilty pleasure in high school. I loved that show. So we're staying right on the coast there in Laguna Beach. So really looking forward to that. And like I said, we're doing my branding photos while I'm out there right on the beach, which it'll be so incredible, you guys. And then also hopefully going to be renting a studio for probably just an hour and doing some studio photos as well. So yeah, this is like the first actual like business trip that I've ever done since owning my own business. And I'm really excited. I really like the concept of going on just a small like weekend getaway once a year. And the whole purpose of the trip just being to get pictures and videos that goes along with my brand, specifically so that I have pictures and videos for content for the rest of the year, for like social media and website content for the rest of the year. And so that's also what this trip is for me, is I just want to develop enough pictures and behind the scenes videos so that from here on out for the rest of 2025, I don't have to worry about what pictures I want to use for social media content and website content and you name it. Like, I just want to have that all stockpiled on my computer, in my phone, so I'm good to go and I don't have to worry week from week about like, what do I want to use for this? And it might seem like a small thing to you listeners, but if you're a business owner and you're listening to this, you totally get it. I just want that to be something I don't have to fret about from week to week. So this trip is going to be such a vibe. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so grateful my husband's going out with me. It's going to be such a great trip. And who doesn't love being on the coast for 4 days? I mean, really, I have just been craving the beach. And so I'm going to get my fill of that as well. Hey there, listeners. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and manifest your goals? If you're a female entrepreneur or someone who's been dreaming of starting your own business, I have something so exciting to share with you. I'm Stephanie Dingbaum, and I've just launched my 12-week coaching program, the Up-Level Method. It is designed to help you gain clarity, build confidence, and create the soul-aligned business and life that you've been dreaming of. So here's what you'll all get in the program: weekly one-on-one coaching calls tailored specifically to meet your goals, Voxer access for real-time support and accountability throughout the week from me, customized tools like journal prompts, meditations, and follow-up emails to keep you aligned and on track throughout the week, plus guidance to overcome imposter syndrome, rewrite limiting beliefs, and shift into an abundance mindset. The Up-Level Method isn't just about checking off goals. It's about helping you step into your power as a CEO, make decisions that light you up, and build a business that feels truly authentic to who you are. And the best part? The current pricing is literally the lowest that it will ever be. If you're even slightly considering it, lock it in now, because this investment in your future self will pay off tenfold. I promise you. Payment plans are available, so don't let finances hold you back from stepping into your best self. This is your chance to stop second guessing and start showing up for your business and life with purpose and intention. If this feels aligned, DM or email me today to set up a free clarity call. Let's see if the up-level method is the right fit for you. All the details are in the show notes. This is your time. Let's make 2025 the year you up-level everything. Okay, so what I really want to talk to you guys about is, I don't know if you have seen that trend on Instagram lately about meeting your younger self for coffee and what she would say. So I've been seeing a lot of people post this lately, and it's really gotten me thinking. Seeing that trend, along with some conversations I had this week with other business owners, gave me a lot of great downloads of what I wanted to talk about with you guys today. So I've been thinking a lot about that concept of younger me, what she would think if she met the me from today. And there's a lot I want to say about this. So I'm just going to dive right in. So if younger version of me could see the me from today, she would truly be blown away. There's a story to this. As of February 1st, I hired my own virtual assistant. And you guys, this is huge for me, okay? Like, this was a goal since opening the private practice. I knew at some point I would definitely need an assistant, but I knew it couldn't actually happen until I was at least paying myself a decent wage, and I needed to be bringing in additional money from month to month. And I honestly wasn't paying myself for those first 6 to 9 months. And so now that I'm paying myself and I'm bringing in additional income besides that, I felt like, okay, it's time. We're going into year 2 of the private practice, year 1 of the coaching business. I just really felt like if I really want to make more money, I need to delegate some tasks. And I don't remember who I heard it from, but another podcaster that I listen to regularly had once shared the concept of delegating those $1 tasks so that you can focus more on those $20 or $100 tasks. So that's literally what hiring this VA is doing for me. I'm giving her those $1 tasks so that I can focus more on those $20 or $100 tasks. Those tasks that, like the podcast, like this really does help to get more people to the website, to my Instagram page, and hopefully also brings in some passive income from the affiliate marketing that I have on the podcast. And not just the fact that I'm focusing on those tasks that make me money, but I want to be able to focus on those tasks that fill my cup up, that feel soul aligned, that I look forward to from week to week. And so now I'm actually doing that. And I mean, it's only been 2 weeks of having this assistant, but in that 2 weeks, I can already notice a difference, which is huge, you guys. That is so big. But going back to the concept of what that younger version of me would think if she met the me today. So I don't remember what age I was, but I know it was somewhere between 8 and 14 years old. That version of Stephanie back then truly thought that you were somebody and that you had truly made it, so to speak, if you had your own personal assistant. I don't know where I learned this from. I don't know, I don't know where that concept even came from, where I learned about it, but she truly believed that. Well, here I am today. I hired my own personal virtual assistant. And so that little girl, that 18 to 14-year-old version of Stephanie would be so freaking impressed with me today. She would seriously look at me and think, dang, you are somebody. And at the end of the day, my opinion of me is the only opinion that matters. But I just love the concept of that little girl version of me being so impressed with where I'm at today. That truly just lights a fire within me, knowing that. I mean, I can literally visualize her in my mind, you guys. I can visualize her looking up at me. So I was always a really short girl. Always. I was always the shortest girl in the room. Always the most petite girl in the room. Whatever. I have learned to own that. It's fine. But that little girl who was way shorter than her actual age, I mean, all my life, people would look at me and think I was younger than I actually am. I still get sometimes confused for a 21-year-old. I mean, you name it. But back then, it was always like when I was 8, I probably looked like I was 5 because of my height. And so that little girl would be looking up at me in awe. I can literally just see it in my mind. She would be in awe of who I have become, what I have accomplished, and that I'm going after my dreams. And she'd be amazed at how my dreams have changed and how I'm making just truly soul aligned decisions in my life. She would not recognize me. She would not recognize the confident version of me that I am today. Because back then, that was always something that I lacked. I always preferred to be in the background. I always preferred to make myself small in rooms. She would be in awe of the wardrobe that I've developed. She would be impressed with the fact that I have my master's degree and that I'm a therapist. She would not believe that I own multiple businesses. She would really love the fact that I have apparel now on my website. She's always been a lover of clothes, so she would really be digging that. And she would love the brand of my coaching business because she was always a lover of bright colors and tropical vibes and always loved the beach. And so she would truly be in love with my brand. And like I said before, I can literally just see her in my mind. I can just imagine what she'd be thinking, looking up at me today and knowing all that I've built for myself and that I'm not holding back anymore and that I'm not making myself small in the room anymore. I don't even think she would believe that it's the same me. But if we're being honest, you guys, that little girl's still within us. She hasn't left us. She's still within us. So this whole concept has really got me thinking, this should be a tool that I share with my clients, specifically talking about my coaching clients when they're battling with imposter syndrome or they're lacking that confidence. I literally think this is a great tool to use. So I want you to sit down and picture that little girl version of yourself. What would she think of the you that you've become today? Would she be impressed? Or would she be disappointed? Would she be in awe? Would she recognize you? Would she want to sit down and pick your brain and ask you questions about all that you've done, how you've gotten to where you're at today? This can be such a powerful tool to boost your confidence. Because when I do this, it is like a literal dopamine hit. I truly just want to make that little girl so damn proud. And I know I am. I know I am. Because more often than not, I am showing up as that authentic version of me now. And that means I'm not making myself small in the room. It means I'm showing up proud, maybe not loud, because I've never really been the loud one, except for when I was a cheerleader. I will say, I loved being a freaking cheerleader in high school. It gave me permission to be loud, and I loved that. But in general, when I wasn't cheering, I was not loud. That's never been Stephanie. I literally think doing this exercise, it will give you that dopamine hit. It will make you instantly proud of the woman that you've become, of what you've built for yourself, of going after your dreams. So I really encourage you, if you from time to time find that you're really struggling with confidence or imposter syndrome, whether you're a business owner or not, practice this. Do this exercise. Literally, it's like you're sitting down to meditate. Just close your eyes and picture that younger version of yourself. It doesn't matter what age. It could be the 18-year-old version of you. It could be the 12-year-old version of you, the 6-year-old version of you, it doesn't matter. Sit down, picture her, and just imagine how she feels. Imagine the look on her face when she meets you. Imagine what she would say to you, what she would want to ask you, what she would think of you. And ask yourself, am I making her proud? Because if you are, that should be an immediate dopamine hit for you. So I really encourage you to practice this, because I have been doing this lately, and I just recognize when I think about it, it just immediately boosts my confidence. It does. Such a powerful tool. Are you ready to step into your most abundant next level self? What if I told you that what you wear and surround yourself with can actually help you manifest the life of your dreams? That's exactly why I'm so excited to share Future Self Apparel with you. It is a manifestation-focused lifestyle brand designed to empower you with affirmations, intentional products, and daily reminders to live your most abundant life. As a mindset and manifestation coach, I always preach about embodying your future self now. And that's exactly what this brand helps you do. Whether it's through affirmation-infused apparel, high vibrational products, or mindset-shifting reminders, everything Future Self creates is designed to elevate your energy, align you with your desires, and help you become the person you are meant to be. Here's what makes Future Self Apparel so powerful. Every piece is created with intention, infused with positive affirmations and a manifestation energy. Wearing or using these products is a tangible way to embody your highest self daily. It's not just clothing, you guys. It's a mindset shift, helping you stay aligned with your goals and abundance. I've been obsessed with Future Self Apparel as of just recently because it aligns perfectly with the work I do, helping women build confidence, rewire their beliefs, and create the life they've always dreamed of. So, if you're ready to step into your highest timeline and become the future self you've been manifesting, then this brand, this company is for you. Head to the link in today's show notes to shop Future Self Apparel and start living as the most confident, abundant, and aligned version of you. Okay, so I want to shift gears a little bit, but I want to stay on the topic of meeting this younger version of you. If you were to truly sit down with this younger version of you, what big lessons would you want to share with her? This is something that I forced myself to think about this week. If I were to truly sit down with this younger version of myself, there's a lot I would want to share with her, but there were some key themes that kept coming to the surface when I was thinking about this. And I want to share that with you guys today, because I'm sure some of you could really benefit from hearing this advice too. Okay, so again, if I were sitting down with this younger version of myself and sharing with her all the big lessons that I've learned in my adult life, like have a true heart-to-heart with her, this is what I want to share. I want her to know the importance of being that female leader who builds other women up versus tearing them down. In my younger years, like younger adult years, I did go through a period where that was common practice, but I'm not that girl anymore. And what I've learned, especially in the last 2 to 4 years, is that being a female leader who builds other female leaders up is so good for the soul. I mean, it truly fills my cup up when I'm able to do this for other women. And, you know, when I think about certain instances just in the last couple of years, when I've been in rooms with female leaders who tear other women down, the energy in the room just drags me down. I don't like myself. I'm not proud of myself. I just recognize that the energy is, it's just not a great feeling. So I don't want to be that version of myself. So I would tell this girl, it is so important to build other women up. And honestly, I think I would tell her that we need to normalize this. We need to normalize building each other up versus gossiping about one another and judging each other behind each other's backs. Since when does that make you feel good about yourself? I know sometimes we need to vent, and I get that. But when it's being done consistently, day in and day out, that's when it becomes a problem. One of my favorite things to do on my Instagram page is to promote other women and their businesses and their business ventures. It feels so good to be able to promote other female entrepreneurs on my page. Not only does it feel good internally to do this, but usually the favors get returned. People remember this. And let me tell you, word of mouth is huge, especially in our Eastern Iowa area. Word of mouth is huge. So I would want this girl to know, promote other girls, promote their businesses, promote what they're doing, their projects. Let's make a trend of positively building one another up and their businesses. And I also want to point out the vibe, the energy that you pick up on when you're around those people who like to tear others down. Like I said before, it feels icky. And I would want that girl to know that. Don't cave in. Don't bring yourself down to that level when you're in a room with people that do that. Bring yourself up. Try to raise the vibe in the room. And be honest with yourself. If you're in a room with somebody who's talking down about other people, more than likely they're doing that about you as well. That is a big lesson I would want my younger self to know and hear. Don't assume that they're only doing it with you. They're also doing it about you when you're not around. So don't let yourself level down to their level when the conversation turns in the direction of bad-mouthing other businesses and other entrepreneurs and other women. Try to raise the vibe in the room. That's a big lesson. Another thing I would want to share with that younger version of me is that confidence is truly contagious. Okay, there's so much I want to say about this topic. So the gals that I was in Dream Your Biz with, we continue to meet weekly, and it's just a standing appointment that we have every week. And it's just kind of like, if you can make it, great. If you can't, no big deal. But we just keep it on the calendar so that we're continuing to connect, because we all just got so close in that 12 weeks, and we just didn't want the relationships to diminish. And so we keep this running meeting in our calendar from week to week. This week, I was able to make it on the call. And one of the gals, actually her, Savannah Nicholson, we did a collab on the podcast a couple weeks ago. We were talking about a recent post that she put on Instagram, and it was specifically about confidence being contagious. And I told her, I think I shared her post. I was telling her in this call how much I loved this post that she put out there, and that it really resonated with me, and how I couldn't agree more about that. And she said, well, I was actually thinking about referencing you on the post, because when I think about confidence being contagious, I think about you, Stephanie. And it's so funny. I never really viewed myself as this super confident person. But when I joined Dream Your Biz, Savannah specifically continues to tell me this, and it just blows me away. Because like I said, I just never really saw myself in that way. But I guess I have become more confident in the last couple of years, especially since starting my business, I would say. But this is a lesson that so many younger girls need to hear. It never ceases to amaze me how just being amongst other confident women can be an immediate confidence boost for you. And you don't even have to be in a room with them, to be completely honest. From certain Instagram posts that I see of confident expanders and confident women that I follow, it is contagious. Put yourself in rooms with women like that. Develop relationships with women like that. That's such an important lesson. But just remember that confidence is contagious. So if you're not feeling confident, who's someone in your life who literally gives off that energy? Put yourself in a room with them. Get together with them more often. build a relationship with them. That is such an important lesson. I cannot stress that enough. And a few other things I want to say on that topic. If you're feeling like you're not confident, try to embody it. Even if in the beginning you're feeling like, I don't want to say fake, but when we're talking about manifesting something, if you truly want to manifest confidence, you have to start. You hear the words or the phrase act as if a lot in terms of manifesting something, but I don't like the fact that acting to me seems fake. So I like the term embodying confidence. Embody that confident version of yourself. Be the confident one in the room. You never know who needs that energy. And when you embody it, it's going to draw other people to you. That has been my experience, especially since Dream Your Biz. It draws other people to you. On the other side of the coin, I'm drawn to those confident people in my life. I mean, I think of like my mentors, I think of expanders in my life. I am drawn to them. And it's because I have that confidence within me. I'm just keeping it caged up for some reason. Well, I'm not anymore, but I was. And I've uncaged that version of myself. She is here fully. I embody that confidence now. One person that I really think about when I think of confidence is one of my biz besties. She's a friend. She is a mentor. Her name's Liz Garcia. She actually is the host of the Liz Garcia Show. That's her podcast name. If you don't follow her on Instagram, highly recommend it. She truly radiates that energy of confidence. And if I'm being honest, that's what initially drew me to her. She has this fiery red hair, and when she walks into a room, she embodies confidence. That is Liz Garcia. And so I think that, like I said, that's what drew me to her. And I just recognize when I'm in a room with her, I feel more confident myself because it is contagious. So that's a big lesson I would want the younger version of me to know, is to embody it because it will draw other people to you. Another lesson I would want her to know is the importance of being around other like-minded individuals. Put yourself in rooms with people who are doing what it is you want to be doing. Put yourself in rooms with people who are expanders in your life. Put yourself in rooms with people who are going after their dreams and making them happen in a big way. This has played a huge role in my quantum leap last year. If you didn't listen to the solo episode about my quantum leap, it was 2 episodes ago. Go back and listen to it. I talk all about what that was for me. When I made the decision to attend a Powerhouse Women Conference back in August of 2024, the energy from that conference, from that whole weekend, lasted into September for me. And it was mid-August when I attended that conference. But choosing to attend that conference, one, without anybody, like going by myself, walking in by myself. I mean, we're talking about walking into a room of 800 plus women by myself. I only knew one other person in the room, but I didn't walk in with her. I didn't even know where she was when I walked in. That was, for the past version of me, that was such an uncomfortable thing to do. But now that I've done it once, I know I can do it again. And attending a conference with, like I said, 800 plus women who are going after their dreams, who are making things happen in a big way, it is so powerful. And it lights a fire within you. And besides just that conference, I mean, you don't have to just go to a conference like that to be in a room with like-minded people. I attend monthly meetings. We have local monthly meetings for female entrepreneurs in my area. And I mean, there's collectives all over the United States for different groups like this, but we have one locally that's called Freaking Girl Power, and we call it FGP for short. And it's just a monthly meeting for local female entrepreneurs where we talk about wins and struggles and goals for our businesses. And we brainstorm solutions when people are struggling with something, and we support each other. And then Every other month, we have a speaker come and talk about a different topic that can benefit our businesses. And it's so beneficial for so many reasons, but just simply being in a room with each other, learning from each other, growing together, it's so powerful, you guys. I cannot stress this enough. And the momentum from attending these meetings and conferences and just networking events in general, where you're in the room with other like-minded people, it's unlike any other energy, truly. It will ignite a fire within you. So that is a big lesson I want that younger version of me to know and to hear is if you're struggling, especially with that imposter syndrome, just put yourself in a room with other women, with women who are doing what it is you want to be doing. That imposter syndrome will go right out the window. I promise you that. Okay, this is the last lesson, but truth be told, you guys, there's so many lessons I would share with that younger version of myself. But the last one I want to share with you guys today, just for sake of time, is I would want that younger version of me to know to trust your intuition. I could truly talk about this topic for hours. I think so many of us struggle with this. Your intuition never steers you wrong. My personal opinion, and you don't have to agree with this, but this is how I feel, is that your intuition is no different than the Holy Spirit. I truly think they're one and the same. I mean, the Holy Spirit never steers you wrong. And I feel the Holy Spirit is within us. And our intuition is also within us. I mean, if you've heard the saying, trust your gut, well, your gut is your intuition. And it, like I said, it never steers you wrong. It's never going to tell you the wrong thing. Whatever it's telling you is soul aligned. It's meant for you. And if you feel like you're disconnected from your intuition, then strengthen it if you feel you need to. You can do this from doing, regular journaling or daily meditation or grounding yourself or any kind of mindfulness technique or prayer. There's so many different ways you can strengthen your intuition. And if you're feeling disconnected from it, then incorporate these practices into your day-to-day life. Because as a business owner, your intuition, my intuition truly is what steers my day-to-day decisions in business. And without it, I think I would feel lost. And I truly would want that younger version of me to know that she can trust her intuition. She can go within and she can trust what it's telling her. And it's more important to trust that than trusting outside opinions. Because your intuition knows what is meant for your soul and what is meant for your soul's current lifetime. And as an intuitive, this is really important to me. I wish that younger version of me knew that she was intuitive. I wish that she knew that she has a strong intuition and that she can trust it. It would have saved her a lot of heartache if she would have known that at an earlier age. Your intuition, you guys, it guides a lot of your day-to-day decisions if you let it, if you trust it, if you go within more. And if you're a business owner like me, you need to learn to trust that intuition. So like I said before, if you're feeling disconnected from it, strengthen it because we have the ability to strengthen it. It's all within us. So those are the big lessons that I would want that younger version of me to know. Just to reiterate those real quickly for you, I would want her to know to trust her intuition. I would want her to know the importance of being around other like-minded individuals. I would want her to know that confidence is contagious. And I would want her to know the importance of being that female leader who builds other women up versus tearing them down. These are important lessons that everybody needs to hear, not just the younger version of me, but everybody needs to hear these lessons, you guys. And they're huge if you're running a business. All right. That's really all I have for you guys today. I really appreciate you listening today. I appreciate you taking the time to be here. And if any of this resonates with you, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to hear how this hit home for you. And if there's any lessons that you wish the younger version of you would know today, share them. take a screenshot of the podcast, put it on your story, and share them. I'd love to know what you would add to the list. And if you haven't rated or reviewed the podcast yet, please do so. And if you do, send me a screenshot of it, because that really means a lot to me as well. And then I'll do a shout out to you in an upcoming episode. Okay, you guys, thank you again. I really appreciate you taking the time. And until next time, I will see you next week.
Real quick before you go, I just want to thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. And congratulations on showing up for you. Every step you take to invest in yourself brings you that much closer to your next level self, and I'm so proud of you. If you loved this episode, share it with someone who could use a little inspiration, or take a screenshot and tag me on socials so we can keep spreading the next level you energy. Thanks again for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Let's freaking go!